gentlemen, welcome back to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital. This is Open Heart Closed Case Night, and on this night we focus on unresolved homicides, missing persons, teen suicides, and child abuse cases around the country, drawing attention to often cases that would not receive national attention. In this regard, this particular murder has received national attention, as it's been reported in places such as St. Louis, as well as New York, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. It is the murder of Pastor Alston's mother, Sheila Lucas. And without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others Pastor Robert Alston Jr. Of Thankful Baptist Church in Washington, D.C. Good evening, sir. It's a great privilege and honor to have you on the air with us tonight.
Good evening, Ken. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you extending the opportunity for us to come and talk about.
Let's try it this way. Good evening, Pastor. It's a great honor and privilege to have you on the air with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Ken. It's a pleasure for you inviting me on your show tonight.
Listen, we extend, on behalf of TECN TV, our condolences to you and your family. It is a very harsh thing to lose someone that you love. It's even harsher in the way that that loved one was taken from you. I want to first give you the opportunity to talk about your beautiful mom. I'm quite certain that she was one of those frail individuals that was so weak and so easily moved in life. I'm quite certain you'll tell me that, right?
Absolutely, man. My mom was a warrior, man. She was a gentle giant.
Yeah.
She was so loving, man. My mom was the mother of 6 biological kids, 4 adopted children, so we have 10 total. When I say a fighter, she was just a fighter for children.
Yeah. I was reading and researching this particular case that your mom had just recovered from COVID-19. If you could speak to that.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know where that story came from. I think they said that she made it through the COVID-19 pandemic, not that she was actually died with COVID-19.
Okay, terrific. But nonetheless, from what we know about her, she was a tremendous woman, a fighter who spent her life raising not only her children, but her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. She loved family. How evident to you was her great love for family?
Man, it was evident, man. You know, I said it to a lot of friends growing up, because of the kind of head, never knew you were poor. Because parents like that, man, shielded you for everything. So my mother made sure that her children was taken care of, even when without them. We ate even when days she was hungry, and we never knew her, man. And just her entire love, and not for her kids, man. My mom had a love of everybody. You could be in the neighborhood next door, around the corner. If you spoke to her or you called us one of your friends, her room was your room. Her food was your food. Even now, in her neighbor, if you passed and needed $1, she gave you $1. If you needed to sleep, she would open the door, let you sleep on the couch, put you in the spare room. There was nothing my mom wouldn't do for you if she knew you, and that's just how she treated you.
Exactly. Now, if you would, Pastor Alston, because often you're on the opposite side of these miseries, being the one extolling the great mercies and graces of God to those who have lost their loved ones. There are many people around the world who would like to know what you are going through. What type of grieving are you facing at this point?
Man, I think the grief, you can't even explain. Just heartbroken. I told myself today was the first time I had the opportunity to sit, and it was hard for me to say because my mind just began to about mom, and not being able to see her again, and not being able to say, "Mom, I love you. Mom, I see you later," because she was taken from me, man. And so I say, a broken heart is what we're suffering as a family, and what I'm suffering. right now, my heart is truly broken, and it's really taking its toll on me.
We are praying for you and hoping the very best for you and your family. You have a candlelight vigil scheduled for tomorrow. I want to talk about it here and then at the very end of our interview. But where is this particular candlelight vigil and what time?
The candlelight vigil is scheduled for tomorrow at 5 p.m. and it's going to be held right in the 1600 block of Savannah Street, where my mom was taken by the Census Act of violence.
Now, your mom, a great woman and a great fighter, a great lover of her family, was caught in an incident where she was trying to protect the ones that she loved from hurt, harm, and danger. Can you tell us exactly what happened on Savannah Street last weekend?
Well, unfortunately, man, my niece was in the grocery store at the Giant, where a group of girls decided to jump her. She was jumped by a group of girls. My niece thought she was being arrested because she was actually detained by the police department. So she called my mother to come over to pick up her children just to ensure that they wouldn't be home by themselves. By the time my mom arrived to the scene, the police allowed my niece to leave. My mother saw my niece. She was actually having a conversation. These same young ladies who were actually in the job came down to where my mom and where my niece was. Actually, toward my niece, my mom allegedly stepped in to say, "We're not doing this today. We're not here for all of this." Gun shouting out, and my mom was shot in the head.
Wow. Now, were there any witnesses to this particular crime? Did anyone come forward and say this person did this?
I'm not sure yet. I know NPL is having an investigation, but they share with me. You can't share if they have a witness, if anybody came forward. So to this day, I don't know if any particular person has come forward to say that this would happen on Savannah.
Wow. So there were a number of people there in the parking lot, a number of girls who were involved in the fight. When your mother fell, what was the reaction of those who were around her? Did they attempt to call for support? What was the atmosphere like?
So unfortunately, when my mom was shot, my niece grabbed her and cuffed her in her arms while sitting on the ground. Another young man that was standing by mom was actually shot twice. I do know there was a police call to the police guard that there was one woman who was off the EMT who actually heard the gunshot, who actually saw my mom fall. She parked her car, jumped out, and she began doing CPR on my mom on the street until the first responders.
How is your niece doing at this particular juncture?
I mean, she's not doing well. She's hurt. She's all over the place. Feeling just, she just hurt, man. She's lost for words. She don't know what to say. She don't know what to do. She don't know how to function. It's a hard thing to see your grandmother shot in the head when she's coming to protect you, and she ended up getting killed for this disaster.
Wow. In this particular case, there are lots of people who are concerned about the safety and well-being of that general area. I grew up in that particular area. I know how deviant the streets can be. Was there ever concern by your mom about being in that area? Did she ever want to leave that area?
Unfortunately, my mom don't live in that area. My mom lived on 37th Street in Southeast DC. My niece lived in that area, and so she was just going to that area because my niece called her to protect her. She didn't frequent that neighborhood a lot. I only went to go see my niece. I don't think she had any concern about that particular neighborhood because she wasn't around that.
Yeah. Pastor, there are people who are praying for you tonight and your family. Is there something that people in that neighborhood or people in this city of Washington can do for you and your family in this hour of great need?
What they can do, they continue to pray for us. I will honestly say here, Tank, that it is prayers of the people far and wide who we don't know, who we've never seen, who never knew my mom has touched their life. And I guarantee you, the only reason my family is able to stand tonight is I believe that we're standing on the prayers that people are praying with, that's given us strength to endure this horrific ordeal.
Do you have hopes and aspirations that justice will come? And what type of justice do you see happening for those people who were involved and yet walked away?
I hope justice is served. Again, I don't want anybody to go through the pain that we've gone through. I don't want anybody else to lose a life. So I'm hoping that the person who turned himself in, or somebody who saw what happened, just go tell the police so the police can ascertain people who are sure that this type of violence on the street doesn't happen by this particular individual.
Pastor, tomorrow you have a candlelight vigil that's scheduled. Exactly why did you want a candlelight vigil, and what are your hopes will come from that particular vigil?
The purpose of the candlelight vigil is to what we're doing now, to tell my mom's story, to make sure that we tell the people who did this in that community how broken we are, how senseless, and how they snatched the queen from us. We want to thank the people in the community also who's in help. We want to tell somebody, if you saw something, please go say something. But we want them to know that we're going to make it, they're going to make it, and together we need to stay together and fight this violence in the District of Columbia.
Now, Pastor, there are some people that say that because you want justice, that you want vengeance. Are they the same, sir?
Vengeance is not the same. If I wanted vengeance, then I would ask for that person's life. I don't vengeance. What I want is justice. What I want is just the judicial system to handle. There was a crime committed. There's laws of land. I want the judicial system to handle the person with the law. We want any vengeance. We want closure. We just want to know why. We want to just have the question answered. And we can do that if that person has been dinged by the police and arrested, so we can get it, so we can bring you to this victim.
Your mom spent her life loving the family. What is the message that she would have for her niece, whom she last attempted to protect?
I think if mom could say anything right now, she was to my niece, this God's will for my life. I love you. I was created this way to love you. And you know that there was nothing I wouldn't do for you. So this is not your, you have to live me. You know that I love you. It's just my time that God had decided to take me home.
There you are. Again, tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Savannah Street, there is a candlelight vigil. And can you give everyone the exact address for this particular candlelight vigil? Is it open to the general public, or is it a private one? How is it operated?
So it's open to everyone. Everybody who's been affected by this story. We're asking you to come out because you're feeling the same pain that we're feeling. It's open to everyone. The community. You live in Virginia. You live in Baltimore. Wherever you want to travel from to come and celebrate this with us, you're more than welcome to do. We're going to celebrate there again at 5 p.m. right in the 1600 block of Savannah Street. So right between the Giant Stanton Road on Savannah, where we will be maybe about an hour and a half, contingent upon how many people come out, how many people want to talk to us, and that type of stuff. So there will be a message of hope from me tomorrow, just to encourage people, to encourage them that this is a way of living. That us coming together, these senseless acts. We hear everything's happening every day. We have band together and for this. We are the people that can stop this. We're killing each other, and we have to stop each other.
Pastor Alston, we appreciate the fact that you took time in this moment. We understand the grieving process, and we will be following this particular case and asking you to come back. I've watched you in other interviews. You've been a very strong, very stable Christian man, and we appreciate your great love, not only for your mom, and your family, but also for the city. God bless you and yours, sir. Thank you.
God bless you. And I want to again say, we're sorry for your losses a couple of years ago with your daughter. So I know you've been a seat before. We do want to say just thank you for giving us the view and the time to come and share the love that we have from my mom. So God
Thank you.
bless you all, you and your family, and to this show. And may have a smile upon you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Bless you, sir. Have a great night.
You too. Pastor Alston, ladies and gentlemen, what a tremendous man of God. Um, to lose your mom is a terrible thing. It's not just the way you, not that just that you lose your mom, it's the way that you lose your mom. And there is a great dependency on the community to do what is right. Not what is right in their own eyes, but what is righteous in the eyes of God. The murder of Sheila Lucas affects and impacts each and every one of us, and we will not be at peace until her murderers are put behind bars. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break. We thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This recorded interview with Pastor Alston will be available on BitChute and as well our YouTube channels, TECN TV and The Exceptional Conservative Show. We will have that available for you tomorrow morning for your dissemination. We hope that you get the message out that we want to find those that killed this woman and bring them to justice. Sheila Lucas. That's the least of things that we can do for this family in this great time of their need. We'll be right back with more of the best right after these messages.